Hey everybody, it's Alexis with Create Your Future, and I am back today with a brand new video. I have a new exciting success story to share from one of my clients, as well as some tips and tricks about manifesting. As always, happy Monday, and let's declare right now to start this week off and this day off on a positive note, thinking thoughts of what you want, focusing on what you want, and declaring that it's yours, which is really, really important as you work on yourself and you transform yourself from the inside out. Okay. So, it's the start of a new year. It's the beginning of 2023 when this airs. And I've noticed a lot of commonalities in the manifestation community and also in clients and questions that they've been asking me while we're in session. So I might add in just some frequently asked questions and answers today also. But this client, like so many of my clients, when she began coaching, she was suffering from anxiety. She ended up being on, I think, an anxiety medication at some point while she was working with me. And then I didn't see her for a while. And then her success story came in. So that's always such a joy to hear people's successes, because if I don't hear from you, then often I don't know what's going on, but I always intend for everybody to be a success. So just like a little bit of background of her, which I think is a lot of people, is she was anxious. She had an SP who was not pursuing her and not making her a priority, who didn't really value her, and who wasn't consistent, wasn't dependable. They had a lot of things where she would find him looking at dating stuff online and everything. And so in the end, she actually manifested somebody new. And I think it's a really good success story to talk about also, because in the past, when I have done, I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at the, find the success story. It is there in my email, which, might just take a second for me to find. Okay. Yeah, I've got it pulled up, but, if you don't know, I have an 8-month-old. Our house is being worked on, and there's a lot going on in my life at the moment, which is why I don't have videos consistently, but I am trying, you guys. I'm really making an effort, because the moment I don't post a video, a client asks where a video is. There is just a lot happening in my life, which is exactly what I wanted to manifest. It just doesn't leave a lot of time for other things. So in any event, here I am today making the video. So to get back to the client with a success story. Now, in the past, when I have posted videos about someone who is manifesting for a specific person and then they meet someone else, I have been asked, is this a success story because they didn't recreate the person? Okay. I want to be clear here, from my perspective as a coach, that I am always encouraging my clients to work on themselves, change their self-concept, put themselves first, work through all of the issues that most of us have as human beings about insecurities with body image, with not feeling smart, with not feeling good enough, right? And that if people manifest someone better naturally, not through the idea of SP or somebody better, but if somebody better actually does come along, then of course this is a success story, because you manifest everyone and everything. And I am happy for anyone who is happy in their relationship. So just to say, if you're going to maybe think this isn't a success story, remember that this is about creating your reality and creating life and love, creating the ideal relationship, right? It isn't always about recreating somebody from the ground up, and then that's evidence that you're a success. It's all a success, you guys. Okay. So, all right. Especially if you come from having a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, a lot of fear in relationships, then it's even more of a success from my perspective as a facilitator and a coach and a therapist, because I was a therapist before, that if you can find safety within yourself and you can find security within yourself, that changes your unconscious relationship to love and living in life, then somebody better just might walk in and just be easier to go at things with. Okay. All right. So dear Alexis, it has been a while since we last spoke, and I hope you're doing well with your new arrival. She's relating it to my son, who is now almost 8 months old. I just wanted to give you an update on everything that has happened since I last saw you. What a whirlwind it's been. I'm not going to go into exactly all the details because it's kind of long, but she talks about how I haven't had a session in a while, as I realized that I had given her all the tools that she needed to give it her best shot. So she applied what I taught her. And that she goes into, obviously she was focusing on bringing her SP back into her life. But that she instead accidentally manifested the man of her dreams. She stopped focusing on him and being the best version of herself. And here she is 7 months later in the most wonderful relationship with someone who was like her SP, like has the same kind of career, but is even better. And she says, every day I worked on myself, remembering that I am in charge and no one can hurt me except for me. So I decided to affirm that I am the woman who has it all. And I am the most wanted woman in the world. And of course, the men I want to treat me the way I want to be treated. And say that she makes a comment about saying that after a few drinks can be a little bit challenging, and that she watched the world shift and everything she affirmed through got better and better than she could ever imagine, and that she just generally believed it, right? So then she talks about how ex-boyfriends were professing their love, et cetera, you know how it works. And then one day on a work trip, she met Mr. Perfect. And from the get-go, it was perfect. He was perfect. We were perfect. He wants me to move in with him. And as soon as physically possible, he involves me in every single part of his life. And he reaffirms to me every day that I am so loved, wanted, and that I'm the best thing that ever happened to him. Alexis, I am so happy. And it's all thanks to you, your love and support. We both know it wasn't an easy ride, tears, tantrums, and revision. I no longer feel the inadequacies that years of insecurities brought. This new girl is my truth. No, I didn't get who I came for, ... I got someone much, much better, and I am thrilled. I am now, if I wanted to, I could have previous SP back in a heartbeat and get updates occasionally that he has asked about me, but now I don't even want him. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Every day isn't easy sailing, but I am so in tune with who I am now and how this all works that I just affirm everything that happens brings us closer, and then it does. I am continually learning. All in all, this was a 2-year process, so that's good that she's honest about it. And I hope this is motivational to those who think it's not happening quick enough. ... We'll just keep holding on and watch it unfold, because it will. I am never giving up on being the best version of me. I listened to our sessions over and over when I had bad days, every time gaining a clearer view on what I needed to do. I still do even now. You're an amazing coach, Alexis, and thank you for everything. Gosh, you guys, I'm still post-pregnancy, right? So I'm still getting emotional. I hope to speak to you soon with that engagement ring update. All my love, okay? So remember, you guys, that the most important person that you're working on is yourself, is your concept of self, is your beliefs about self, your assumptions of self, and your assumptions of life and living. So right away, I want to challenge you. If you're going to listen to this video and then I'm going to get a comment about, oh, it took her 2 years, right? So what? She is in the happiest, the best place, the best relationship she's ever had, because she really worked on being in the best relationship with herself. Now, of course, there's a million success stories that I have on my playlist about people who have manifested and changed a specific person. But in this instance, let's celebrate and let's relish in what she changed, which was her assumptions about herself, her beliefs about herself, what was possible for her, and then everything unfolded. Okay. So to go into like frequently asked questions, and I've gotten asked this a lot with the beginning of a new year, and there's just general themes in the manifesting community. Lately, I've been asked, how long will this take? How much time will it take? How long do I have to keep doing this for? Right. And my answer, I have tried to not get frustrated, you guys, because I understand everyone's in their process, but I really want to shake this into everybody. This is not a once and done. We're not doing something to get something. We're not manifesting and changing thoughts and changing assumptions to get the SP. And then it's like a goal-oriented thing. I know this is a flip of how you've been taught to do everything. But remember, if you are in the version of you that is successful, that is loved, that is wanted, that is cherished, that is the woman that has it all, that is creating the life of her dreams, that is showing up bright and shiny, sparkly, and in love with life, right? If you are that person, then time is null and void. And, if you're going to ask me how long something is going to take, I'm always answering with an honest answer, which is I have no idea over here. And that why are we even questioning time? Why are we even looking at a timeline? Why are we even wanting to know how long something takes? Because it's like saying, I'm so impatient. I don't want to change this about myself. And it's this whole other belief system that you're superimposing on your manifestation process. So this is, though, I want to be clear, there are so many YouTube videos out now about manifesting that I hear from clients. I don't watch them myself, because I'm a coach and I know what works. And I believe in the process that I guide people through, right? So, but there are 1,000,001 people trying to, on all the platforms, TikTok, YouTube, like this, Instagram, talk about manifesting. And the things that I hear that are being talked about, I just, through all of the hundreds of people that I have coached, not found to be true. Yes, theoretically, your thoughts are things your thoughts create, and your thoughts are instantaneous. But for most people, they have so many negative belief systems and so many negative assumptions in their subconscious mind that those override the automatic thoughts, right? So we're trying to, through repetition with your mental diet and new focus, new thoughts, new perspective, new thoughts, new perspective, focusing on what you want throughout the day, to change those subconscious assumptions. And in all my years of doing this, which has been a very long time now, before I worked for Create Your Future, which is where obviously this video is, I've now been at this job for like 2.5 years, but I've been a coach and been in the Create Your Reality kind of sector for 8 years. Before that, I coached and trained people at my first business. So we could say I've just done this for a very long time. Okay. And all the people that I have helped, that I have talked to, that I have heard their heart's issue. I have heard their childhood drama. I've heard their childhood trauma. Nobody has ever manifested the SP back in 3 days. Nobody has manifested the SP back in 48 hours. Now, yes, you could say that is a thought, that is a thing, that is creating whatever. I am just telling you that most people, this is a process, and it's a process in re-engineering who you are. That's definitely what I went through as Alexis before I got married, before I became a mom. It was a lot of re-engineering and living in the end of the version that I want to be. Living in the end of the version that is pursued, that is committed to, that is loved, that is adored, that is cherished, and that is loving herself and loving her life. You can't get through this without loving yourself, accepting yourself, liking yourself, and being, like, most of the time, thinking thoughts about yourself that are pleasing, because your thoughts create and your thoughts influence everybody. Okay. So just like this client, if you want to be adored, pursued, have the love, and manifest that love of your life, it's totally possible for you. Just see that you're in process of it. If it hasn't yet fully culminated with your SP or with somebody else, or in exactly whatever area you want in life, right? This applies to money. It applies to career. It applies to love. Most people I talk to are working on love manifesting, because that is a point of contention for a lot of very successful people. 90% of my clients are, fellas, I love you out there, but 90% of my clients are women, or they just pick me, I'm not sure. And they're successful with money, and then have a lack of success in love. A lack of success in love because of beliefs and assumptions and who they end up being in their 3D reality, right? So this client, I'll tell you, she's gorgeous. She is, she showed me photos during session of herself at parties in her Halloween outfit. She is beautiful. She is sexy. She is hot. She is everything that you would think that you would want to be in terms of physical attributes. And when she watches this, that's how I really feel about you, just so you know. So, but still, she had issues with love. So just because you have the right job, just because you have the right body, right, whatever we think that is, it doesn't mean that love is easy for you. It's not easy for anybody. I have found. And we just have a lot of social constructs, a lot of assumptions, a lot of belief systems that are out there in the collective consciousness, which is society as a large, but they're shifting and changing, right? So she, even though she was that person, she would tend to pursue and chase out of anxiety, worry, and fear, the first SP. Now, what she did is she really reworked it all within herself, got so stable, so secure, and so self-loving, you guys, that the second the new guy chased and pursued her, right? He came towards her. How amazing is that? So if you want to get chased, if you want to get pursued, if you want to get adored, you guys, it begins with you. Chase, adore, pursue, and love yourself. Okay. When you do that, you influence that into your reality. You push that out, and it's inevitable that your SP or whoever it is will come towards you. All right. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal, I think. And this is a pretty prominent a video that we all need to listen to and all need to hear when manifesting love, because that's the main thing that a lot of those successful clients want, is to be pursued, loved, and adored by their person, who in this case happens to be a man. And that you can't get someone to pursue you by pursuing them. It doesn't work that way in the physical reality of things. Okay. All right. So you guys, like I always say, go out, make today awesome. Whenever you begin to focus negatively on your specific person or love in general, focus first on yourself. Tell yourself today, I am so amazing. I am so magnificent. Live in the end of being the version of you that is adored, pursued, and loved in order for it to happen. All right. So I will see you guys in my next video. Have an awesome week and catch you later. Bye.